So a guy gave me a free bike because I'm not very good at running my little business here. This is in pretty rough shape. But he called me the day before yesterday asking if I could air up his tires and replace some tubes. And I said, sure, I can do that. And the problem is I have a hard time charging people for airing up their tires and replacing tubes. I just end up telling people they don't owe me anything. And so this guy offered me a beat up bike, and it's actually a pretty good bike. It's a GT, but you can see the bars are out of a line, which isn't too big of a deal. The story behind this is, I think his friend or somebody he knows was riding this bike and wrecked it pretty good. So you got a pretty good hit on the top tube. The derailleur hanger is broken off, and I believe the rims on the front and back are slightly warped. So apparently the guy parked the bike and never rode it again. And I think it's a 2023 from what I was looking, but it had a little vine growing around this where it had dried up, kind of like it had been leaning against a fence or something for a pretty good amount of time. So I did order a derailleur hanger, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on. But what I found to be kind of funny about this whole thing is I started tuning up, or I guess I started working on bikes out of the workshop here about a month ago, hoping to make a little money to buy bikes for the channel. And I'm not very good at charging people money, but it's just kind of neat how it kind of worked out that I ended up with a bike anyways to work on for the channel. So that I think that's kind of cool. All right. So this derailleur hanger's got the bolts on the back side. I'll go ahead and get this old piece undone. I don't know if the derailleur's damaged or not. The chain's pretty rusty. I did order a replacement hanger. So that's the old hanger. This is the replacement hanger right here. It's a 266 hanger number, according to my research anyways. Let's see what we got. That looks right. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The well, interesting even. A lot of the work that I'm getting for the shop here, as far as like picking up little things, is airing up tires, because people are not very familiar with the Presta valves, or they don't have a method to air that valve up. It's all lining up well. I'm noticing that the little hex piece, or the Allen size for the screws, are smaller than the originals. So I'm going to have to find a smaller Allen wrench. Let's see, I bet it's a 2 millimeter. All right. It's kind of cool to see the derailleur hanger actually work. I've never actually broke one before. All right, got that piece off now. Now this chain is in rough shape. I will, of course, have to take that chain off and see if I can find one. I don't know if I can. See, that's not right. That's not how I would do that. Go diagonal like that. You know what? I'm sitting here being so dumb. All I have to do, because I got the back one off, is that. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. We got all that. Try to get all this chain taken out. There we go. All right, so we got that out. All right. Go ahead and take them like that. There's our tube. Just have some cheap Blackburn replacement tubes. These are 27.5. If you're replacing a tire, you want to go over this real quick and examine it. Piece inside there. Alright, so we got our new liner on the inside. So now I'm going to start putting the wheel back on. Okay. Alright. Wheel, but these larger ones kind of just pop right on, not too hard. So we got our tube in now. See something that's not good. Alright, so as you're airing them up, you gotta watch for something that I was not paying attention. See right here? Tire popped off the rim a little bit. So I think I might have too much air in it now to push it back on, maybe. Oh, I got it. I got it to go. I was able to get it back on there. Now, once you get your tire, got some air in it, once you get it aired up, you're going to want to kind of do this, roll it back and forth. And what you're trying to do is there's a lip on the inside of the tire and a ridge on the inside of the wheel, and you want that tire to seat. You want that ridge to seat so that that doesn't happen how that popped out. A lot of times once you start getting the air in too, you'll notice that the little ring between the ring and your wheel will start getting a bigger gap, because what's happening is the valve is pushing down more. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and finish pumping this up. That's pretty good. Of course, if you've never done the Presta valves, you've got this little thing you have to unscrew and screw back in order to, before you can air them up or let air out. We got that. We got a good tire now. So that's that. Got that guy in. Alright, now we're going to repeat the process with the front wheel. Tight. I'm really excited about this bike, to be honest with you. Between my other bikes, this GT Avalanche, if the frame's not warped or something that I don't see, is probably one of the nicer bikes that I would be owning, and I greatly appreciate the guy giving me that bike. What's funny is he gave it to me as a parts bike. He kind of thought I would take it apart and part it out, but I think it's salvageable. So I am grateful to have it. A little bit more than that. I'll go ahead and take it out of the stand. Now we have two inflated tires to set it on. I think the place started on top. Now that's loose. That wasn't even that tight at all. That kind of makes sense as to why that was twisted. Stem loose. Now, one thing I want to go ahead and do is take this top cap off, since it was so loose. I'm kind of concerned that the star nut on the inside might have dislodged a little bit. I'm going to take a look. And it looks good. It's not a problem at all. I usually do this by eye anyways. Tighten up the stem. One of the things I really like about this bike, that none of my bikes are, is that it has a 2x drive system. I know 1x is kind of the thing everybody is running with right now. It's the latest and greatest, but I've noticed between like a 34 tooth, and sometimes you know, I find that it would be nice to have a 28 tooth, or if I go to, I've been running a 30 tooth because it seems like a good middle ground, but being able to swap your front chainring with a derailleur, with a, you know, a shifter is just, seems like a good, something I want to try. It's not, you know, I kind of got into mountain biking right at the as the 1x was popular. And once I get a chain on it, I'll be able to try it out, check it out, make sure there's nothing really wrong with it. And once I determine that, I'll probably start fixing this bike up and making it into a really nice bike. It might end up being my go-to. It's a really cool bike, and I really appreciate the guy handing it off to me. So, all right, so the GT Avalanche, charcoal gray. I think it's a 2023. Been wrecked hard. Got the tubes replaced. Got the bars straightened up. Got the derailleur hanger replaced. And now I just need to get a chain. And I might try to clean this one up and see if it's salvageable. There'll be a ride video of this coming up once I get it together, and so we can try it out, make sure that it's functional and a good bike, and if so, then there'll definitely be some upgrade videos of this in the near future. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you're into mountain biking, definitely subscribe. Thank you for watching.